Okay, yesterday we had Andy Reid speak about the situation with Eric Bieniemy and that article that surfaced recently about him, and I want to talk about it. But first, how about those? Hey, if you're watching this and are as big of a Chiefs fan as I am, hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on to stay in the know with daily news about our favorite team, the Chiefs. Okay, so yesterday at the Combine, both Andy Reid and Brett Veach spoke to the media and answered some questions. And I have a separate video coming out today on that where I dive in depth about their pressers and all the questions that were asked and all that good stuff. But I wanted to take a moment to update you all on the EB situation specifically, because we've done a lot of coverage on this article that has surfaced about Eric Bieniemy. I honestly think it's pretty crazy. I've done like 2 videos on this maybe, and they've accumulated almost 100,000 views. So that's wild. If you want to check out those videos where I do a much deeper dive, I'll link them in the description down below and up above, because again, they go much deeper than I'm about to cover in this. And because of those videos that I've previously done, I'm keeping context here very short. Basically, the article surfaced online a couple weeks ago with no author to it. It was left anonymous, but claimed they had several sources inside of Arrowhead, and they accused EB of a lot of things, such as not listening to players' feedback, being hard to get along with, the Chiefs being afraid to let EB go because if they did, they'd appear to be racist, basically, given the Brian Flores situation, and they also said Mahomes and EB do not get along, and that he will more than likely be moving on this season, which obviously EB is back, so take that for what you will. About 24 hours after that article was released, it was taken down, and all of this basically happened while a lot of the Chiefs staff was on vacation. So there's the context. Anyway, basically Andy Reid stepped up to the podium, said, "It's good to see you all," then immediately took about 30 seconds to talk about the report that came out. He said it's a report that's gotten kind of fabricated when they were on vacation, and all of a sudden they come back from vacation and find out none of them like each other. None of them get along. EB doesn't like Mahomes. Reid and EB don't get along. Basically, nobody gets along. And then he said, that is not the case. He said, quote, "We all get along good, and we are excited that he's back with us and rolling." He did say he thought EB may have gotten a head coaching job, and he would have been happy about that as well, but that did not happen, and they are happy to have him back. They actually signed him to another 1-year deal with the hopes that he may get another shot at a head coaching job next year. So there you have it. Reid addressed it. What are your thoughts on all of this? Do you believe Andy? Do you think he was just saying that because, well, what else was he supposed to say to the media? That they have sources inside of Arrowhead leaking info out to the public who are then in turn releasing that info? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to read through them and get your thoughts on this. I'm going to give my thoughts, but first, if you're enjoying this video, can you do me a favor and hit that like button so more Chiefs fans can find content like this? Thank you so much. Okay, my thoughts are this, and I have been saying this basically in every video on this subject. I said, if that article is true, EB will not be back next season, but if he comes back, the Chiefs believe that they can get along well enough to make another potential championship run, and well, the article is then not true, or at least things are not as bad behind the scenes as the article made it seem. So I believe that to be the case. I believe the article may have some truth sprinkled in there, maybe even a lot of elements of truth, but I think things were blown out of proportion and it's not really that bad behind closed doors. I have been reading y'all's comments, and some have said this, well, Matt Nagy was hired to be the buffer between Mahomes and EB because they really do not get along like the report says, and that's why one reason why Nagy was brought in. Another said, or multiple people have said this, that Nagy was hired because he's obviously going to be the next offensive coordinator of the Chiefs, and EB will be gone next season once the Brian Flores situation dies down, because again, he only signed a 1-year deal. And I've seen more comments along these lines, but here's the thing. All of this is basically just speculation. We may never know. I'm not sure things are that bad, and I do believe if they thought EB was a cancer to the team, he'd be gone and Nagy would be the OC. I mean, it's obvious they had been in discussions with him about coming back to KC, so it's obvious that there's a mutual respect there. They love EB, EB loves them. Are things going on behind the scenes? I mean, maybe to some extent. I'm sure that is the case with every team. I'm sure coaches get into it with players. People are hard to work with, at times. So I believe, elements of that article are probably true, but I don't think it's that bad, y'all. But hey, those are just my thoughts. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and sub for more content like this. I'm posting almost daily news about the Chiefs multiple times per day, and we'll continue doing this all year long. So until next time, Chiefs Kingdom, let's go. Let's go. How about those? Bye.